Here's where the magic happens. The centerpieces of my shop are these two Shopsmith Mark V multifunction machines. These are what I've used for, gosh now, over 20 years to do a variety of different projects. What we've got is here in the foreground is a 1950s vintage 110 volt Shopsmith Mark V model 500, and I've had that one the longest. I bought that one used I think for about $600 with most of the accessories that you'll see in this shot. On the left end there's a 6-inch stationary belt sander that it can drive, and then on the right hand end is an 11-inch bandsaw. Works real good. Moving forward, here is a circa 1985 Shopsmith Mark V Model 510, the new design of Shopsmiths, so to speak. I picked this one up, believe it or not, for I believe it was $100, 100 or $150, from a sign shop that had been using it as a table saw, and they just wanted to get rid of it. So that was quite the find. It's a 220 volt, so it makes a lot more horsepower and torque, and it will cut wood all day long with no problem. With the newly designed tabletops and extensions, it'll easily make a 4-foot wide table. And then I also have an outfeed extension that I can put on. It adds about another 3 feet, and so it's no problem to cut full sheets of plywood, all sorts of large size stock with that. You can see I've got the 4-inch joiner over there set up on the left hand side. Works nice as a light duty planer as well. Back against the wall I've got a Harbor Freight hollow chisel mortising machine. I use it to make some of my arts and crafts or shaker style furniture with. It also does double duty as a light duty drill press. Then I also have an 18-inch jigsaw that attaches onto the Shopsmiths, and the attachments that make it into a 34-inch lathe. So there's not too much I can't do with the Shopsmiths. Back against the wall I've got a large sliding bed for the table saw setup where I can cut large panels. Got a Delta 10-inch miter saw. I keep my 10-inch blades for the miter saw and the Shopsmith on the wall, along with the 12-inch sanding disc, dado blade, bandsaw blades, etc. The miter saw bench I made from melamine covered particle board, and found a nice set of plans for that. The wings on the sides actually detach and store inside of the base, and the whole thing makes it all very portable for taking out to a project outside the shop. Over against the wall I've got vacuum attachments and bar clamps. Handy idea for an air filter is just take a 24-inch box fan, stick a 25-inch air filter on the back, regular furnace air filter, and you've got an air cleaner. It actually does a pretty decent job keeping the dust down here inside the shop, and being allergic to a lot of different woods, that helps me out. Moving around the shop here, got various tools hanging on the walls there. These cabinets actually came out of our house after we purchased it, and I did a kitchen remodel. So these are the old kitchen cabinets. They're not perfect. There's a few doors and things missing, panels, but works pretty well for a shop. Put tops on them made out of melamine plywood. There's a cutoff bin, some spring clamps and other hand tools hanging on the wall. Over in the corner you can see the outfeed table for the Shopsmiths that I use. Made that. A electric guitar project on the back burner. Air compressor with a hose reel. And then the centerpiece of most any shop should be a very solid, nice workbench. I've got this on casters so I can roll it around. Have a vise there on the left hand side along with bench dog holes. A couple sets of drawers in the center. Those again came out of the kitchen cabinet remodel. The top is just a solid core oak faced door. So it's 8 feet long, 3 feet wide. Makes a good, heavy, flat surface, very durable. Made that workbench out of 4x4 kiln dried fir. Worked awesome. Thing's a beast. Just behind it there you can see I have a ventless propane heater. We're warming up the shop in the winter. Can get cold up here in eastern Washington. That'll heat the shop up fairly well. I really like this space because of that. These 5 windows were in here originally when we purchased this property. Gives lots of natural light, makes it a nice, light, airy place to work. All the tools and such that you see over the windows are things that we found here and dug up when we were doing remodeling on the property. So it's kind of a farm museum of sorts. That door leads to the left-hand third of this detached garage, so I've got another 16, actually 24 feet of 2-car garage on that side, so that's where I keep our vehicles. I have this Craftsman shop vac that I use here in the shop for rolling around portable projects, just kind of as an extra vacuum. Here on this little island I've built in a Porter cable router. Works real nice there. Be able to keep it set up. Made some jigs and a fence to work on things. Across the back wall here you can see I have a 2-inch vacuum plumbed in on 2 walls. I have drop hoses and gate valves that allow me to connect any of the machines, and it all leads into the garage next door where the other shop vac is connected up, and so I can switch it on from inside here and it stays relatively quiet and keeps the dust and all the shavings and everything managed real well. So there you have it. It's not super special, nothing real expensive, but very versatile. There's a lot that I can do in here. I've been very happy with it over the years, and I hope that you've found a couple of ideas in here that you could use maybe in your shop, even if it's just a garage where you can use some machines that don't take up a lot of space and have a lot of fun.
For more information about this project, or to find more practical, affordable, or just plain cool do-it-yourself projects, visit stingysailor.com, the #1 Google website for DIY sailboat restoration improvement without throwing your budget overboard.